As rent control and rent stabilization laws and ballot measures continue to bubble up across the United States, the multifamily industry is watching carefully and trying to educate policymakers that passing rent regulations on state or local levels can impede rather than improve affordable housing in communities. In 2019, Governor Gavin Newsom signed the statewide Tenant Protection Act of 2019 into law, and it took effect on January 1st, 2020, limiting annual rent hikes to 5% plus the local rate of inflation, but not to exceed 10%. The law exempts newer buildings but does not change rent control laws in numerous local municipalities. The bill was signed into law even though in 2018 and 2020 voters rejected Propositions 10 and 21, two very strict rent control proposals. They would have repealed the Costa-Hawkins Rental Housing Act and allowed rent caps on all rental properties, including multifamily, condominiums, and single-family, without restrictions. But there are still repercussions. A new NMHC survey found that 55% of multifamily firms surveyed were reducing or avoiding investments in California because of rent control laws in the state. Overall, the survey found 58% of respondents indicated they were reducing or avoiding investments in markets throughout the country because of existing or proposed rent control mandates. New York had the next highest number at 29%, followed by Minneapolis, St. Paul at 23%, Washington at 19%, and Portland at 16% of respondents. Other markets cited were Chicago, Denver, Boston, Maryland, and Connecticut. Henry Mnuchin, chairman and CEO of Universe Holdings, a privately held multifamily investment ownership and management firm, is one of those investors. He said Universe is selling 10 properties in Southern California and plans to deploy that money to other markets. He knows of other long-term property owners who have begun putting their assets, including entire portfolios, up for sale and plan to leave the state. Several years ago, Universe opened an office in New York to target East Coast investments. Last summer, Universe made its first East Coast purchase, a 226-unit townhome community in Toms River, New Jersey, acquired for $60 million. In addition to New Jersey, Mnuchin said the firm is targeting Pennsylvania, Florida, Arizona, and New Mexico. While Mnuchin is still buying in California, he focuses on areas where the company already owns properties that trend more conservative, like Orange County, Ventura, Santa Barbara, San Diego, and Inland Empire. He said Universe avoids more liberal areas of Los Angeles County like Santa Monica and West Hollywood, which have their own rent control regulations that are more stringent than the statewide legislation. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to follow and like my social media platforms for more market updates.